So y'all played in the play. You said every year you was in the league, you was in the playoffs, and you every year except one.
Yeah, I'm 15 out of 16.
So what's the key to upping your game in the playoffs? Because we see some players. I think Draymond put it. Some guys are 82 game players, and some guys are 16 game players. What's the difference between the guys that become those 16 game players, a postseason guy?
Man, you can become a legend in the postseason. And if you got that mindset, man, you could be successful. You know, a lot of guys' names has been made off their postseason success.
Jamal Murray.
And man, if you can go out there, because it's just a different level of like hype, like because you know everybody ain't watching 20 games that's on the docket that week. You know what I mean?
Right,
like you know, if you look at the thing, you know what I'm saying, they watching you, so it's a different like okay now instead of 3 million watching, man, they got 15 million people watching this game, and then you know, the deeper you get in the playoffs, you really locked in. Like okay, everybody watching, so you know you want to show out. You know you want to obviously you want to represent the name on front of your jerseys, but the name on the back of the jersey kind of matters in your real life. So you know what I'm saying. So when you get off that game and you had a good game, first thing you do is looking at that phone and your people's giving you so much love. It kind of, boy, you was killing, boy.
Yes, I was.
You get all that type of stuff. So that's you know then now with social media and all that stuff, now you can you know people saying all the good stuff. So you know that stuff got to hype you up and make you feel good. But you know you want to win. Obviously that's all part of it. But you know you want to go into that mug feeling good and know your game is good and that you can go out there and show up and show out. You know.
What do you say? What separates the good from the great? What's the difference in the postseason?
It's just being seasoned, to be honest. You know, you could be a rookie or a young fella out there, no matter if you're getting significant minutes or if you're on a bench, and it's your first year or two in the playoffs, shit, you're going to be nervous. Heart going to be racing, you know, all of that. But when you get to year, you know, if you're lucky enough to get to year 10, 11, 12, and now you're in the playoffs, all right, now it's a different focus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like before in your younger years, it's like, oh shit, I'm glad we made the playoffs.
Right.
But once you get used to making the playoffs, which means I got to go harder during the regular season for them extra 20 or 30 games. So now to secure that playoff spot, which securing that playoff check. So from there, that's when it's like, all right, well shit, we made first round. I want to get the second round.
Right.
I want to get the third round. So you gotta definitely. It's a mental thing, and it's good to have a team of veterans. So then that way they can go ahead and get that knowledge to that young player. You know, I was thankful for coming into the league and every year making the playoffs when I was with the Blazers. You know, my main veteran, you know, rest in peace, was Uncle Cliffy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he gave me a lot of knowledge about the game, you know, even from when he made the finals and
like what? What did he share with you?
I mean, just the whole atmosphere of the game and how it's like, I don't know if y'all watch movies sometimes and shit when, you know, let's say it's like a motorcycle movie. So now you know, they vision in and they got the guy just focusing on the road and he's not focusing on the crowd and the cars and other bikes on the side and shit. Well, that's how it gets in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? The further you get, yeah, it's like all the other bullshit to the side, I'm not seeing that. I'm focused on this lane right here. I don't even care about the motorcycle next to me, but I'm focused on this lane right here. And then they do the whole blurry side and then, well, that's how I pretty much get. Like, you don't focus on the crowd. You don't really see or hear the crowd. I'm seeing these motherfuckers on this court and I'm seeing this basket and I'm seeing the benches. That's it. And maybe across from the benches, maybe that first row of fans.
But nothing beyond that, really.
Because you locked in, you focused. You know, if during the regular season, it's like, all right, if I'm not part of the play, I'm standing in the corner. And then running through or setting the bullshit screen. Right. But no, in that playoffs, everything is more intense. Instead of cutting like this, like I did in the regular season when after I come down, I throw Bonzi the ball, and I'm coming over there to you to set the bullshit lazy screen to come off. Playoffs, come on, Ty, go! You know, you got to come on, boom. And it's just that intensity. Right. But when you got them veterans, because with them veterans, it's great to have veterans on the team because reason why, they want it more. And if they can't go out there and get it, then they're going to express that shit through you.
Yeah.
Come on, young blood.
Young fella.
Yup.
That was Uncle Cliff to you?
Yep.
Man, a lot. Yeah, like, yo, Roscoe, come on. No, we need you to do this and do that, son. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da. What, I'm cuss my man out, cuss my old head out? No, fuck out of here, Uncle Cliffy. No.
Beat it. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sit there, all right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Boom. Going out there, doing it, blah, 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 blah. And it's that's how that hierarchy goes. It's a respect level. It's a respect level. And then, that's when your veterans get to respect the younger players.
Man, it's funny you said that's how Pip was to me.
I was going to say, who was your Uncle Cliff? Was he still there, or Pip was your...
Well, Sheedon was only a few years older than me, but Pip was like in his 13th, 14th year at the time.
Yeah, Pip.
So he was like, hey, man.
6 rings.
Like, hey, man, I can't guard that motherfucker like that, man. You guard him, shit. You just shuffle, you just send him over here to us. We gonna be here on help side and all that shit. Like, but he's like, shit, you just stay with that motherfucker. You follow that motherfucker to the locker room and to everywhere you go, because you got that young boy energy. I don't have that anymore. So like he just said, he kind of put it off. Pip was with me for, every day, just putting stuff in my ears about how to do this and do that, and how you got to lock in on the playoffs, and just it's a different ball game. And you got the intangibles. You got to know it. You got to know all this different intangible shit. But for the most part, we need your young legs. That was by the end of the day. That's what it is. The young boy, go be young, and go guard this motherfucker. We got your back.
And what if he would have been like, "Fuck you, Pip. I ain't trying to hear that shit." Like,
man, what if what would Pip have said or did?
Oh no, Pip wouldn't have fucked with him. And we wouldn't have fucked with him after that, because we needed him.
Right.
We needed him.
Oh, yeah. And I
was like, beat it, old man. I don't have to listen to you.
No, man, I remember the day we was about to play the Lakers. I remember Pip came by the crib. I don't know if I ever told you this story. And I remember I heard a doorbell, my doorbell. I go to the door. Wasn't nobody there. And I kind of look down the driveway, and I see Pip, and he's just waving at me. And I look down, and he had his box of his 6 rings. And he left on my door. He's like, hey, motherfucker, I need you. He's like, hey, motherfucker, I need you to put another one in there for me. And he left them with me. And this is before camera phones and all that shit. Right. And I just remember looking at him, and it was a box, clear top, had his 6 rings in there.
All 6 in there.
Remember, I took that mug into the crib. I sat it down. I just looked at it. I went to bed that night. My pillow's here. The rings are right there. I'm sleeping next to that mug. I'm sleeping on that mug. I was waking up, just like, man, I can't believe that because I'm so used to seeing Jordan in that photo where he got the rings on his finger, and I'm literally looking at the 6 ring he left with me, and that's how I knew he trusted me and he loved me as a little brother. And I was like, man, I got to get one more for this guy. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, because I've never been in this situation, but for him to do that for me, let me know that I was kind of made with him, and he trusted me enough to go to war with him. You know what I mean? And that's the way I looked at it. Like, he want me to go to war with him, and I got to put on my shit. I got to armor up and be ready. You know what I'm saying? Because because he was older. He like, man, I got to get one more of those. You got to get me one more. And I hate I never got him one. We never got him one. But for him to do that for me, man, it meant so much, man. It just meant so much.
Yeah, that's big shit right there.
Yeah, it meant so much.
Because niggas from Indiana, you can steal. So.
You're right.
A lot of trust. A lot of trust.
You're right.
I was going to say, I didn't lie.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Shout out Indiana.
You said that too light, man. Come on now.